Hello. Now, as you may know, when we think of street photography, there are two main approaches to this genre. There's two types of street photographer, those that fish and those that hunt. The fisher is one who will set themselves at a particular spot, an area with a good background, for instance, or where there is an interesting shaft of light or whatever. They will sit and wait for the subject to appear, just like a fisherman on the riverbank. The hunter, on the other hand, is always on the prowl. They walk and they keep walking, hoping that their prey comes into view. An ever-changing environment then, as for them, it's not good enough just sitting around waiting for something to happen. You've got to assist in this and help make it happen. They may even follow an interesting victim they see as interesting and hunt them down for that elusive shot. Well, I don't think these approaches only apply to street photography. I think there are two types of landscape photography too. Those that fish and those that hunt. But which are you? Now, I used to be someone who fished, and I think most landscape photographers would describe their approach this way too. They turn up at a location they like, they sit and they wait. But instead of waiting for a person, a subject, they're more than likely waiting for the light. The subject, the view is already chosen, and they now have to just sit and wait for the perfect light to arrive. As I say, I used to be that type of photographer. It's a very methodical approach and one that takes patience, as the light may never materialize. You no doubt have a preconceived idea of what the final result will look like, and you just sit there and wait for that. When it appears, when the light is perfect, you're there ready to capture it in all its glory. But no light may mean no shot at all. And there's nothing wrong with that approach, and it does require dedication for that to be your chosen workflow. However, it is no longer my approach, not my way of doing things, and instead I would describe myself now as more of a hunter. So now I prefer to head out into the landscape and hunt down my views. So I don't necessarily head to a particular hotspot, but instead plan out a walk that may include one. But otherwise I just wait and see what I find, what I stumble upon. This I feel adds more interest to a shoot, but of course can be seen as more challenging too. Well, that's okay, as I do like a challenge. I particularly like heading out to locations that supposedly aren't photogenic, where other photographers dare not to go, and look there for my photos. I do head out when the light is good, either early in the morning or late in the day, when chances are I will capture my chosen view in good light too. But what that subject, that view will be, I never really know, or even know if the two ideals, good view and good light, will come together. That's the chance, the gamble I take. The idea is that I don't want to be handed a view on a plate. I don't want to be told this is the place to go for a great photo. No, instead I want to find that myself, or decide myself what that great view actually is. So if I do head out in good light, but after walking say a 5-mile round route, I just don't come across any view, which is very rare, as it really depends on what your opinion of a good view is. But if I do find myself in that situation, I feel I have less to lose. No photograph for me is a disappointment, but at least I enjoyed a good walk. It's not a total failure. Looking at it the other way around, if I turn up at a popular location in the best light and I find another photographer already there, ready to capture the same view, then that for me again is a disappointment. A failure even, simply as it's not going to be a unique view to me. Someone else is there capturing something similar. I don't want that. So this change, this approach, I feel has made me into a better photographer, and a more creative one too. I don't really want to know what I will capture when I head out the door. I want to discover that only when I come across it. I want to know that if and when I do come across something, then I will have to use all my skills as a photographer to use my camera to capture the best version of it. Thinking on my feet, if you will. The composition may need some extra work if it's not a picture perfect location, but that's what I enjoy about my photography. Therefore, if I choose to go to a particular location with a guaranteed good view, chances are I won't be alone. Others will want to capture it too. But if my chosen view could be anywhere within a countryside walk, chosen by what I think makes a good view, it's more likely to be original. So I've shown this approach in many of my on-location videos which are part of my E6 subscription. Here on YouTube I give you the ideas and discuss some alternative approaches, and in my E6 subscription package I put those ideas into practice myself in my exclusive videos. I rarely shoot honeypot locations and instead show you how I find images in other locations, images that I feel are just as good, in locations that are often better. You can find out more on my website, link in the description below. So which are you? Are you a hunter like me or someone who just likes to fish? Could you see changing your approach may actually help you improve your photography? Let me know your preferred method of capturing the landscape around us. It will be interesting to see which approach gets the most votes. I'll see you on the next one.